For the past couple of videos, we have been diving into my routines. We talked about my daily money routine. We also talked about my daily planner routine and the different steps that you should take if you wanted to create your own money routine. And today we are diving into my weekly money routine. Now, this money routine I actually do with you guys every single week because I'm always planning a paycheck to paycheck budget video. So I'm just gonna share some behind the scenes footage of how I set up for the video and still walk you through my paycheck to paycheck weekly budget. But first, if you're new around here, hey, I'm Alaina, and this is The Organized Money, where we talk about planning life and managing money. This is a great place for anyone who wants to get their life organized and achieve financial freedom. So if that interests you, then make sure that you click that subscribe button and that notification bell as I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The first thing that I love to do is set my atmosphere. Now, budgeting can be an overwhelming and a very stressful process. So that's why I always suggest that you set your atmosphere by lighting a candle. I am obsessed with perfumes and lighting candles. So lighting a candle always lightens my mood. So you just want to find something that's going to help you lighten the mood. It was a candle for me, but it could be coffee for you. Whatever you need that will help you de-stress. The next thing that I'm doing is pulling over my planner essentials. These are all the things that I need that will make my planning process a little bit easier. And it is my budget planner, my 2 pens, my planner pouch, a calculator, and my phone. And like I mentioned in my last video, having all of these things at my fingertips makes the planning process so much easier. I have everything that I need right in front of me. So I'm pulling out some stickers. I don't really use them much with my weekly budget, but I'm just gonna have them on the side just in case. And then the first thing that I'm gonna do is flip to my budget routine page. This is where I can quickly glance at everything that I need to do to make sure I stay on track. The next thing that I'm going to do is look at the week that I'm currently planning. Looking at all of the expenses, I did notice that I did not have anything listed for investing here, and that's why I have this page. So I'm just going to pull out some stickers so that I can quickly add that because I don't want to forget it. After I review the week and I see all the expenses that I need to cover, the next place I'm going to go to is my paycheck budget page. This is where I'm going to start to fill out all of the expenses and the income from that monthly page that I was just on, just so I can have it all written down. The great thing about this is that you're able to pull the sheets out and then replace them. So I'm pulling out that monthly sheet so I can look at the current week and easily jot down all of the expenses that I had listed on that week. The other place that I like to look is on my phone. I'm looking for any events or anything that may affect my budget, and I'll just glance at the week because a lot of times I'll put anything that I need in my calendar. After I reviewed everything, then I will start to jot down all of the expenses. This week I have, of course, our tithe, our offering, then I'm going to do savings, and also I'm going to invest. I try to put that as my top 4 things every single week so that they are the first to come out. The next thing that I'm going to jot down is the food, and we have a food expense of $200 every week, mortgage, and health insurance. That's everything that's scheduled to come out this particular week. The next step is to just add up all of the expenses. I'm making sure that they are not more than the actual income that I'm going to receive. So the expenses total $16.59, and since the income is $17.50, I'm going to have a balance in my bill account of $91. I like to write it here in red, and then any additional transactions that may hit my bill account, I will just jot it down underneath this, under that red balance. That kind of lets me know what I budgeted for, and then if anything else happened after I did my complete budget. So that's how I set up the complete budget. The next thing that I'm going to move is my expense tracker. So my expense tracker is how I keep track of my daily spending, and it is with my spending account. So we have a bill account and we have a spending account, and this is where I'm keeping track of the money that I move to our spending account so that I can see exactly how much money we have in there and how often we can swipe our debit card. So I'm looking at my bank balance in the bank app to see currently what's the balance there, and then I'm going to add my balance in red onto my expense tracker so that I know I'm starting a brand new week and what's the current balance as of now. So as you can see, I'm adding the balance. I think it's like $12.92 in there, but of course that's before I move any money. We're moving over the $200 that we use for groceries. I usually am keeping it at $200 a week for anything that we might need for spending for now. If I do need to adjust it, then I will based on what we have going on or if we have any other events. The next area that I'm looking at is my savings tracker. So we have a Capital One savings account. It's a money market account, and I add money into there whenever I can. I did add $50 this particular week, so I am updating the balance just to let me know what's the current balance, which is the $3,169.77. So I recently just changed how I am saving for sinking funds. I have two accounts now. One is my capital account, which is an app that I use that actually saves money for me. And the other one, I have a short-term savings account, which is actually with my bank. I am going to keep track of the totals that's in that account because I usually don't break down based on any one particular thing. I just like to continuously keep saving, and then when something comes up, I have money for it, like our car insurance or the pool repair or our house repair. I realize it's just better for me to stash a certain amount than to keep trying to save a little bit for each individual category. It just wasn't really working for my mind. So I just started saving for capital and my short-term savings, and I'm just adding the balances that's in both of those accounts right here. So currently adding everything up, what's in my sinking funds is $843.62. So the next place where I am setting everything up is on my debt tracker, and currently, as I told you guys, paying down two debts, and it is my car and also my last credit card, but it just happens to be a doozy of a credit card. Both of these are pretty high balances, so I am just kind of working on them as much as I can, but I'm not putting too much pressure on myself in order to be debt free by January or anything like that. I'm just trying to pay them down as much as I can. So I'm writing down the balances here, and then I'm just going to add it up. I believe everything right now is about $35,000, and then that will be it for my consumer debt, other than, my student loans and our mortgage. So I'm just kind of jotting that down at the top here, that's the balance in consumer debt. So we've looked at the current month and looked at the week to see all of the expenses for that week. Then I moved over to my paycheck budget to write down all of the expenses for the week. And then I looked at the savings tracker, then the sinking funds and our debt tracker sheet, and set up my expense tracker sheet. And that is it for my weekly budget routine. As you can see, I'm just putting everything back here, and then that will be the end of the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. I will see you in the next one. Until next time, keep organizing your life so that you can achieve your dreams. Bye, guys.